and you'll die.
What's happening, guys? It's Jackpot DFS, man. Hope you guys have had a great start to your day. Got all that. It's a little cold here, 42 degrees. No snow, which I'm thankful for. Hope you guys did well in the slate yesterday. Giannis was ass-kicking for me because there was a blowout, didn't expect it. So we're going to move on to better strides today with the 6-gamer, which I love 6-gamers. I think 6-gamers are a hell of a lot easier than 10-gamers, 12-gamers, etc. I think it makes it easier to kind of lock in your player pool a little bit shorter of a list, and it kind of makes things a little bit more easier to cash to me. Anyway, guys, my name is Doug. I'm with Jackpot DFS, name of the channel. If you guys are back, obviously, for a new vid, you know me. You know I'm a little goofy, sometimes a little boring. But we're going to give it to you straight and give you what we like, and hopefully that does well for you. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that little icon that lets you see when videos are posted. We do content for NBA, NFL, MLB as esports as well. If you guys are back for a new vid, just hit that like button, man. Appreciate that love, and helps the channel and helps get it out there. It helps me out a ton. We use a little tool called Draft Dashboard. We use this tool to basically give us all the research in one place. Makes it a hell of a lot easier than having to shift around, look at ESPN, look at all these other sites to try to figure out what you're going to do for the night. Look at 17 different videos, whatever you may do. It keeps it all in one place. It is nice to broaden your horizon on what other people are doing and different things like that. But at the same time, you need something you can rely on that's going to give you a player pool that you can do all your research while you're listening to podcasts, etc., or whatever you're into, that allows you to kind of get your player pool exactly how you want it. Gives you an idea of guys you might have not thought of, etc. It's easy when you're building lines or whatever. It's easy to forget about guys when you're going down a list and all those kind of things. But hey, when you use a tool like this, you don't forget anything. You can go down the list. You can see who you like the best, who you want to go with your player pool, and it allows you to build up to 150 lineups and export them over to Draftkings or FanDuel. You can try all of the draft dashboard tools and build some lineups of your own and export them over to those two sites for only $1 for 30 days. What a deal. So just keep that in mind. That's always going to be in the description of the video, and you can click that link and get yourself started. Guys, we got a 6-game slate today. Going to make it short and sweet. Shouldn't be too complicated today. Obviously, first guy on our list, a point guard, is going to be Luka. Luka is pretty damn good in his own right. Love him today. Going to end up against the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets have been competitive this year, so I do think this game will stay competitive. I don't expect a blowout, anything like it was against the Clippers the other night. Luka has some good history against Charlotte, and he's 10-7 tonight. Expected for about 25% ownership. He has great points per minute, fantasy-wise, 1.7. He's a 66% hit rate to 5x his salary today. So love Luka Doncic, 39 of 53 and a 76 last 3 games against Charlotte Hornets. Sign me up for some Luka today. Next game is intriguing because both of the guys I like are in the same game playing against each other. Trae Young against Kyrie Irving today. Should be a fun game to watch. I don't love that price for Trae Young. However, I don't understand why Trae Young is so much more than Kyrie Irving. However, I like the Irving upside a little bit more than I do Trae Young. However, Trae Young has been pretty good against Brooklyn. However, they haven't seen Kyrie in a Durant show just yet. This will be the first matchup that them two are playing for Brooklyn against Atlanta. So this should be a competitive game. I expect a nice, fun game to watch with this. Like both these guys. Trae Young, 9,600 tonight, has a 69% hit rate to 5x his salary. I do think this will be competitive. I do think he'll show out and try to stay you see these games sometimes where a guy goes kind of back and forth. I expect some of that tonight between Trae Young and Kyrie Irving, just the competitiveness of the ball game, and Trae Young's good in his own right. Him and Kyrie are a lot similar. Both have very good points per minute. Trae Young 1.48, Kyrie Irving 1.47. Both of these guys are projected around the same points, 43.1, 42.9 for Trae Young. Around the same ownership today. Trae Young, last few games against Brooklyn, it's been pretty damn good. Goes without saying, 57, 61, 67, and a 48. Kyrie Irving's last couple games against Atlanta had a 65 and a 32. Do love this game. You could play both of these guys tonight if you can fit them in your lineup. I love them both. Let's talk about some cheaper options today that you can go with today. Drew Holiday, love him today as well. Kind of a blowout yesterday, so I do expect this game to be more competitive today. I hope. It was ugly yesterday with Miami and Milwaukee. However, do feel like this game should be more competitive today. 79% hit rate for Drew Holiday to 5x his salary at 6,400. 1.16 per minute on fantasy points. Projected for about 17% ownership and 37 projection on scoring today. That could get around that, or he could go a little higher than that. 39, 26, a 46, and a 49. So just beware of that blowout scenario, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Another guy I really like today is Dennis Schroeder. He's been excellent since coming over to the Lakers. There is a chance that LeBron sits today. If he does sit today, that makes me love Dennis Schroeder even more. 51% hit rate on 5x in his salary, 1.01 projection for his points per minute, 28.3 his projection, 5% ownership. However, I think that'll be better. That score will be better if LeBron sits today. 30, 27, 28, 18, and 26 last few games. So let's talk about a couple scenarios here. There's going to be a couple guys out today. We know John Morant got hurt the other night. So one guy on my list today is going to be a lot, and is going to be popular, is Tyrus Jones. His points per minute isn't that bad considering he has been limited in playing time. That points per minute will probably go up. He's projected for 25.6 points tonight, 0.97 points per minute, 35% ownership. His usage rate is going to go way up with John Morant going out. He probably most likely gets a start. He did put up a 25 when Jay Morant came out of the game. So you could get 30 plus out of him tonight at a $5,200 salary. I think he's a great play today, and obviously a lot of other people think so. And a cheap salary, if you want to kind of get away and save some salary tonight, I do think Jeff Teague could be a good option to go with tonight. 3,900 on DraftKings, 64% hit rate that he 5x is that salary. 21.4 projection score at 13% ownership. Think Jeff Teague is a great play today. Moving on to shooting guards that we like for today. And I hate when it does that. It just jumps over to another screen. But it's probably me hitting the right button instead of the left button here on the mouse. First guy on the list, obviously Jaylen Brown. He's been a new guy since joining the starting five. It's been really good this season so far. 53% hit rate on 5x in that 7,300 salary. 1.03 points per minute. 35.3 projection score. Coming in at 20% ownership, I do think you can get away for this ownership today and go other places. There's lots of different options, but I do like Jaylen Brown today. I think he'll be a great play today against Memphis. But there's several different options to go to today in shooting guard. There's you can obviously use some of those guys that are valuable from point guard position over. But a couple of guys I really like today. With that, Memphis is going to need some production from guys like Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks, $6,200, 20% ownership is projected right now, but for a good reason. It's been really good already this season, but I think with John Morant being out, they'll have to utilize some players like Dylan Brooks more. All these guys will get their hands in the cookie jar today. I think it'll be a team thing where they're all just going to use is going to go up. And I don't think one guy dominates the ball. You can see guys like Dylan Brooks Tyrus Jones, Anderson. All these guys' uses are going to go up today. But looking down the list here, there's several different ways you can go today on shooting guard. I like Tyler Hero today. Again, he put up a 40 yesterday. Projected for 24.3 points. Still amount of spice at 5,400. I also like Luke Kennard today, especially if I like Luke Kennard today if Kawhi Leonard doesn't play. Again today, I do love him today. He'll probably most likely move into that starting lineup. He put up a 25 yesterday. Another guy who's been brilliant and really good is Cam Reddish. Only $4,400. Only projected for 2% ownership. Projected for 26.3 points today. Really love the price of Cam Reddish at 4,400. Could go that route. A cheap option that you can go to at shooting guard today is Grayson Allen. He most likely will move into that starting lineup. If he's kind of started a couple games already. He's only $3,600. Little bit kind of worried about Grayson Allen. The only thing I worry about is I know he's cheap, but he's kind of one of those players who can go out there and give you a 10 or he can give you 25. He's not been great, and he's not been consistent. And we all know Grayson Allen loves to trip people, so let's always keep that in the back of our mind that he is maybe Cobra Kai a little bit, out there tripping people and making a bad name for himself, possibly getting a technical. He's already had a situation with Trae Young this season. It's going to be a competitive ball game for Boston. I could see him doing something stupid like that, so just beware. Grayson Allen has that mental lack sometimes where he has those moments of lapse of maturity. So that's the only thing that really scares me at Grayson Allen. There's a lot of negativity to think, correlation with that. But just be careful if you do play some Grayson Allen. I wouldn't go heavy playing him today. Moving on to small forward. Now, good chance LeBron could not play today. I've heard that it's his birthday today. Don't know whether he'll play or not. He's hampered by a left ankle sprain. May not play today, as well as Kawhi Leonard could not play today. So that brings my attention to a guy like Jason Tatum. $8,600, has a 57% chance of hit 5X in that salary today. 1.25 points per minute. 43.7 projected score at 34% ownership today. He's been pretty good against Memphis. 13, 34, and a 17, obviously early on in his career. 45 and a 41. Do like Jason Tatum today. Another guy I really like who's been outstanding this season, as I've always, I think every video I like this guy when he plays on the slate. Chris Middleton, 7,400, 13% ownership, 59% chance that he 5X's that salary, 38.5 today at 13% ownership. Been really good against Miami. Hardly had anything less than a 40. 41, 39, 62, 41, and a 41. So pretty damn consistent for him. Next guy I like on the list today is Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward's been excellent since he went over to Charlotte. I kind of figured that because Gordon Hayward is a small ball or small town kind of small market kind of guy. He excels in those type of environments, and this is where he is a star. He is better small market value for a guy like Gordon Hayward, where he can be a star in a small market, not so well in a big market. So $7,200 for him as well. Projecting at 10% ownership, coming in at 33.1, 48% 5X in salary, 1.02 points per minute, but his usage rate is pretty high. Put up 45 the one game against Dallas. Has had 46 at 33 and 49 the past 3 games. Do expect him. That finger is not giving him any trouble to do what he needs to do. So I love the Gordon Hayward call today, as well as DeMar DeRozan. 6,900, coming in at 25% ownership. He has returned to form. This will be a competitive game, so I expect him to be doing his thing. 74% chance that he 5X's that salary. 1.16 points per minute. Projected for 36.4, 25% ownership. not like for DeMar DeRozan. 48, 63, 31, 39, and 49 against the Lakers in the past. We'll sign me up for some of that today. A couple other guys, some cheaper guys to kind of look at for over today will be a guy like Kevin Huerter for Atlanta. Has been pretty damn good this season. He's not been bad. He's kind of kind of that unsung hero that you don't talk about when you think of Atlanta, but coming in under 1% today, 24.2 projected points, 63% 5x in his salary, chance to do that, and then he's been pretty good decent against Brooklyn, 29, 23 at 28 last three games. Last three games that he's played this season, 23 at 32 and 18. This guy can get hot and light it up, so just something to think about. As we mentioned, Kyle Anderson, we'll look at him real quick. He's not been the best player in fantasy overall, but since coming over to Memphis, he's been a better player. And this season, he's been a really good player. He's getting a little older, getting a little bit more mature, figuring things out. So, been great this season so far. He's had a 46 and a 41 in the last two games. He's not coming in at high ownership. 29.4 projection today. He's been decent against Boston. 26, 20, and a 17. But I think he'll play better than that, especially with the usage rate going out. John Morant's going to be out. So I think they'll need him to step up, and I think he'll do that. Kind of a sneaky play today, so to speak, that you could play today. But moving on to power forwards. First guy on my list let me down yesterday, Giannis. I still love him today. Hard to get away from Giannis. He'll still gain some ownership. 78% chance that he'll 5x that salary at 10-8. Still love him today. I hope that game isn't a blowout. I'm not going to go as heavy as I did yesterday on him, most likely, just because I will have some of him. But it's scary to think. But I think this game will stay a little closer tonight. Moving on to the next guy I like is Anthony Davis. Obviously, if LeBron does not play, everything's going to run through Anthony Davis and Dennis Schroeder. I think this game is set up nice for Anthony Davis, especially if LeBron James doesn't play. 65% chance that he 5X is that $9,700 price. 1.47 points per minute. 45.5 projected points at 10% ownership. Get me some of that Anthony Davis today at almost $1,000 difference in the price of Giannis today. Next guy on my list is John Collins. It's been pretty good against Brooklyn in the past. 73% chance he 5X's that salary today at $7,100. 33.6 projected points, 10% ownership. Last few games against Brooklyn, 64, 22, and a 56. Just keep that in mind. And then also you may have Gallinari out again today, so that helps Hunter. It helps Hunter and Reddish, those guys, get more production as well. My man that I'm going to be sold, if I can get every damn line with him in it today, I most likely will. Kevin Durant, $8,400 is just too damn cheap for a guy of his caliber. I know he hasn't went off for 50, 60 yet this season, but it's going to happen soon. $8,400 is just too cheap. 97% chance he 5X's his salary today. 46.5 projection. This guy is awesome. I love Kevin Durant, one of the best players, if not top 5 in the NBA to me. But been pretty good in the past against Atlanta. 40-48 last time projected, but he's been out a season, and so being hurt. So, but we know who Kevin Durant is and how good he is, and I think he'll be explosive and good tonight. Just my opinion. Moving on, another guy to talk about that's going to get some more production is Brandon Clark. We have not seen Triple J just yet this season, so Brandon Clark's most likely will get the start. He's been pretty good this season, 16.2 projection tonight, 54% chance he 5X's his $5,100 salary. Love him today, had a 30 yesterday, so expect a nice game from Brandon Clark. Another guy to like is kind of unsung again for the San Antonio Spurs is Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay had a 41 last game out, 43% chance he 5X's that salary, 1.04 points per minute, 19.4 projection. But like I said, this guy can go off and get hot. 41 last time out. Don't sleep on Rudy Gay. Looking for some cheap options. Just make sure I didn't have one marked down here, but that's pretty much it for the power forward position. You're going to find most of your value. I mean, if you want to play a Deontay Hunter, you can at power forward. And you know, he is projected for 20.8 at 4,900, so I love that play. Only coming in at 2% ownership, which I think should be higher. Just one to mention. You can also go with a guy like Deron Finney-Smith, 8% ownership, 51% chance that he hits 5X's that 4,500 salary, 22.8 projection and score. So that's not bad for 4,500. So some cheaper guys you can kind of go with. I'm not going to mess with Bobby Portis. That's more likely if that game blows out again to get you some of that. But I'm not going to hedge a lot of lines with Bobby Portis. He is a great guy for fantasy points per minute. However, I just don't see him getting the playing time unless you get a situation like it's a blowout scenario to put you in like an optimal cash situation. Moving on to guys I like at center today. Moving down the list. Today, I'm going to kind of go cheaper. I think you can go cheaper here today and not take the risk. Save you some salary at center. Pay up at power forward or center, however you're going to do that. But you can pay up at center by using Anthony Davis in the center spot as well. But guys I'm looking at for today, first guy on my list is LaMarcus Aldridge. 6,300. Only coming in at 1% ownership, projected for 33.6 points. 77% of the time, 5X is the salary at 6,300. I love the play of LaMarcus Aldridge. Could be a nice game for him going against LA. It'll be competitive. 37 and 28 at 20 and 40 and a 14 against LA in the past, but I think he's better than that. Give me some LaMarcus Aldridge today. Some cheaper centers to go with today. You have your pick. Serge Ibaka is one of my favorites, $5,400 price, especially without Kawhi Leonard. I think he'll have to step up and play more. He had 36 last game, only at $5,400. He 61% of the time 5X is that salary. 30 points projected today for Serge. 6% ownership. Another couple guys to look at is DeAndre Jordan for Brooklyn. $4,600 in price, 66% of the time 5X is that salary. Coming at 16.5 projection. I think he's better than that. He's had a 50 in the last few games in the past against Atlanta. Past 3 games, 19, 20, and 29. DeAndre Jordan is a beast when he wants to be. So I think this game could be competitive and could put up a good spot for DeAndre Jordan. They're going to need a guy like him because they have Valanciunas over there on the other side. Another guy to like is Tristan Thompson. He's not getting the points or the minutes I want him to get right now, but when he's out there, he is putting up crazy fantasy points per minute. I know that it says 1.03, but he's probably putting up a little bit more. It just hasn't correlated yet with what he did yesterday, but put up a 29 and 22 minutes yesterday. This guy is pretty damn good when he's out there. 82% of the time can 5X his salary at 4,300. Let's hope that Brad Stevens will give him more playing time and let him get some more fantasy points because that would be a nice play at 4,300 today. And one more guy to kind of mention at a cheap price, Maxi Kleber for going against Charlotte today. $3,600, 69% of the time 5X is that salary. Projected for 21.4 points today, 6% ownership. In the past against Charlotte, he's had a 21, 36, and 19 in the last 3 games. Do like Maxi Kleber today with that injury to Porzingis. He's going to have to play on the floor a little bit more. He may even get the start. $3,600, that's not a bad price to pay for a guy who can get you upwards of possibly 20 to 30 fantasy points. But that's it, guys, for the video today. Remember, you can try Draft Dashboard for $1 for 30 days in the link in the description. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss another video. And also, guys, if you are back for the channel, hit that like button, man. I appreciate that so much. But, guys, that's it for our video today. We'll see you again for another NBA video and some NFL videos out soon for this weekend's ball games. Guys, we'll see you. Have a good day. Goodbye.